All right, welcome everybody to this episode of the STI Product Training Academy. Tonight, we are going to be going over one of my favorite products, USANA's CopaPrime.
A nootropic is any substance or supplement that's used to enhance memory or other cognitive functions.
All right, so CopaPrime is amazing. I love this product. I'm a big fan of cognitive support and attention and focus. And for that reason, I have been taking the product twice a day, every day for the last couple of years since it got released. And today we're going to go over what makes the CopaPrime so unique and why it is amazing. Since the pandemic time, there has been a serious, and probably not since just the pandemic, but there's been a serious lack of, or let's say deterioration of attention, right? There's so many different stimulus that are out there. And so today we're going to talk about USANA's CopaPrime and the cognitive support supplement that benefits memory, learning function, information processing, and clarity while supporting long-term brain health. So the CopaPrime Plus has the intelligence-powered cognitive support supplement that provides benefits for memory, learning function, information processing, focus, and clarity, all while supporting long-term brain health and aging. And we're going to dive into not a deep dive, but going to kind of go over how that works and the different ingredients that are in the product and some of the functions that you can use with the people in your life for whom the CopaPrime can make a big difference for. So like I said, we are dealing with, I would say, a crisis of focus and attention in the world today. Because of technology, there's so much information that's at our fingertips at all times that it can be very overwhelming at times, right? And so in this world that we're living in, we want to make sure that we're able to focus and have that attention, and nootropics are a great way of doing that, right? So we'll go over, what a nootropic is and what makes the CopaPrime really tick. Right? Your brain is really your main interface with the world, right? It's the thing that's in behind all the processing and making it all work. And it's critical that our brain function is optimal, whether you're an athlete, you're trying to enhance your performance, whether you're a student trying to enhance your academic performance, or you're just average everyday person that's trying to optimize their brain function so they can manage all of the stimulus that's going on in the world. And last but not least, for our aging population, right? There's so many more cases of Alzheimer's and different neurodegenerative conditions that are going on, that the CopaPrime is really a phenomenal way at offsetting a lot of the, let's say, the cognitive decline that happens with natural aging as well. So you heard what the doctor say a second ago, that a nootropic is anything that really enhances the cognitive performance of the brain, right? We could call that a brain booster. It also works with what we call neuroplasticity, right? The brain's ability to manage neural connections and respond to new information. right? Neuroplasticity is also what we've also found is it used to be thought that your brain would just naturally decline in function over time. And neuroplasticity is a phenomenon that means that the brain isn't necessarily in a linear decline just because you age, that there is some plasticity to the brain, and it can actually get younger in some sense. It can become more agile. It's not stuck in its kind of linear functioning, right? So neuroplasticity is the brain's own capacity to be agile. Let's put it that way. And then it also has neuroprotective elements, right? So that's the preservation of neural structures and or functions of the brain, right? Your brain also needs protection against a lot of the toxicity that's out there. Again, informational stress, all of those things. When the CopaPrime provides that neuroprotective function as well to protect your brain. So let's go into some of the key ingredients. Okay, so there's three main ingredients. The first one is American ginseng, which is has antioxidant properties that can help maintain the healthy function of the brain cells and nerve cells while supporting cognitive tasks related to the speed and accuracy of information processing. Now, American ginseng also carries mood supportive properties related to management of stressful situations. We'll go into that in a little bit more depth. But one thing to remember is that American ginseng actually supports the conversion of what we call acetylcholine, which is a neurotransmitter that's found in the brain, and it helps with learning, it helps with attention, it helps with focus, and it also helps with the formation of both short and long-term memory, right? So, acetylcholine is a neurotransmitter that has a lot of different roles in the body. And I'll just mention one thing that has been found is if we take Alzheimer's as an example, right? What we found is that Alzheimer's is often correlated to let's say a less acetylcholine or cholinergic factors in the brain. And so, we can't make any product claims, obviously, but, if there is a lack of acetylcholine correlated with these neurodegenerative diseases, then it stands to reason that additional acetylcholine can help offset some of those, right? And one of the main functions of American ginseng is to help with the conversion of acetylcholine in the brain. So it can have major effects on certain neurodegenerative diseases. It's also the CopaPrime you see in the bottle there, that little circle at the top, that means it has the intelligence complex in there. And the intelligence cognitive support complex supports cell signaling activities in the central nervous system via what we call, sometimes you'll call it BDNF, right? Brain-derived nootropic factors, which if you've seen any of my trainings on fasting, as an example, right? Fasting is an amazing way to increase the amount of brain-derived nootropic factors in your brain, right? So essentially helps your brain function better, right? And there's an association with BDNF specifically with the hippocampus in the brain. And that helps with, again, learning. It helps with memory in the brain as well. And it also helps reduce certain mood disorders like anxiety, depression. A lot of these different mood disorders can be helped in some way by helping to optimize the brain, right? So it helps to get rid of a lot of the symptoms that are associated with a lot of these different mood disorders. And they've actually found in studies with animals, rats, that the presence of high levels of BDNF acts as an antidepressant in the brain as well. So again, not making any product claims, but that has been the result of some of the testing that's happened with animals in particular. The second major ingredient is called Bacopa minari. And that Bacopa has actually been used for thousands of years in India, and it's been used for mood support. And so it's a major one of the major components of the CopaPrime. And Bacopa helps support aspects of cognitive function, again, learning, memory formation, the processing of information, and also supports healthy cognitive pathways in aging populations. Right. So again, this is where kind of East meets West. We're incorporating some of the Ayurvedic technologies that have been used in India for thousands of years. And then the last ingredient, and that's main ingredient, is the coffee fruit extract, right? Also helps support memory, mental clarity, focus, while supplying lots of antioxidants, and again providing the neuroprotective properties. And the other cool thing about the coffee fruit extract is it's very low in caffeine. So you get from the coffee fruit, you get the increased brain activity, but you don't have the caffeine effect that goes with it, right? So you get the focus and the clarity without, let's say, the jitters and that element as well. So the USANA difference, the CopaPrime Plus is unique to USANA, and it's powered by our patented intelligence technology, and it's formulated with USANA's legacy of industry-leading research and development. I won't go into a lot of the research and development today. You can find that on Ask the Scientists. But in there, you're going to see a lot of the clinical studies that have gone on that have shown that within 14 minutes, a dramatic increase of brain activity, which is amazing, right? These are clinical trials that have been done on the product to show that after one use, significant increase in brain activity. So how do you share, when it comes to sharing CopaPrime with people in your life? Obviously, you want to spread understanding of the nutritional component of mental performance and cognitive health, as well as mood support, right? How many people in your life do you know that would love to have something that can assist them in offsetting some of the mood disorders that are out there, but just have an elevated sense of well-being and mood, right? CopaPrime is amazing for that. Helping others manage their mental energy and perform their best, and helping point others towards support for healthy cognitive function as they age, right? One way that you can do is just share this video with people. So when it comes to how to take the product, adults, you can take 2 tablets daily, preferably with food. You want to keep it out of reach of children, obviously, and then you want to consult your physician if you're pregnant, nursing, taking prescription drugs, or have a medical condition, right? This is obviously, it's not medication. We're not prescribing it for any of these things. It can just help enhance in these areas. So if you want to really, if you have people in your life that you think could really benefit, have them speak to their doctor and talk to them about, the different ingredients that are in here, and you get that kind of natural brain boost. So I hope that gives you a little bit of a window into the CopaPrime Plus. That has our intelligence technology. And again, if you want more information about CopaPrime, go to Ask the Scientist. I think there's at least 2 in-depth articles that go into the ingredients and what you can expect from being on the product, what are some of the benefits, as well as the clinical trials that are out there. So you can actually go and see those clinical trials yourself. So that is it for today's episode of the STI Unleashed Product Training Academy, and we'll see you next time.